So the Las Vegas Raiders ended up unfortunately taking the L on Monday Night Football to the Kansas City Chiefs 30 to 29, and this was one of the most disappointing losses of the season. But for today's video, we're going to be talking about why I believe the Las Vegas Raiders are just fine. I think that they can still definitely make a playoff run, and why they should not think too much of this loss. So what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. For today's video, we're going to be talking about the Las Vegas Raiders and my thoughts and opinions so far into the season. So if you're new to the channel, hit that like button and subscribe for more Raiders and NFL content, and let's get straight to it. So obviously on Monday night, the Las Vegas Raiders did lose a game that they should have and could have easily won, and it's just a shame that they did end up losing this, because this is one of the most winnable games that they've had all year against a divisional team, and pretty much all of their losses have been the Raiders. Okay, in other words, the Raiders could be 5-0 right now. I mean, their losses have been, in one of them in overtime, which they did. The Cardinals they should have beat. That was one of the worst losses all season for any NFL team. Obviously, the Chargers, yeah, they lost by 5 points. The Chargers did play great in that game. And then against the Tennessee Titans, come on, you can't, 24 to 22 is just disappointing. And it's been kind of a depressing season. The Raiders, they've been playing really good football, but they just cannot seem to close out a football game. Josh McDaniels, he's a very questionable head coach. A lot of people don't like him, and I'm starting to not like him as much anymore. His play calls and ideas are not very good, and I think that he could be a good assistant coach, but I don't think he is what the Raiders need at head coach. I think that, I mean, obviously, having John Gruden was amazing, but it sucks what had happened to him, and I think that the Raiders, they'll be fine at head coach for now, but they just need to learn how to close out a game. Like in Monday nights against the Kansas City Chiefs, obviously losing by 1 point, and they had the ball with about 2.5 minutes left, with I think 2 timeouts, I believe, in the 2-minute warning, and they could not even get a field goal. They couldn't even get past the 50-yard point, and that is honestly terrible. They had a play to devanteadams, and they were out of bounds. That was obviously the play that that obviously they wish they could have back. And then obviously at the end, the final play of the game on 4th and 1 was the devanteadams running into Hunter Renfrow, or should I say Hunter Renfrow running into devanteadams, because I think that was a touchdown in the makings right there. That was a great play, great idea by Josh McDaniels, and it's just a shame that they could not finish it out. I don't know what Hunter Renfrow was doing. Okay, I don't know why Hunter Renfrow's route was through devanteadams. It just makes no sense. The AFC is obviously extremely tight. I mean, honestly, pretty much every single team is good. And yeah, obviously there's teams like the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Texans, who on paper are not very good teams at all, but they've been playing pretty good football as of late. I'm not saying they're going to make a playoff run or anything like that, or make the playoffs at all, because I highly doubt that would happen. But I mean, it just goes to show that the AFC is actually not as bad as people are saying, and it's going to be tough to get a playoff spot in the AFC. And the Raiders, they're going to need to win some games in their division, and they've already lost. They've already lost to the Chiefs and the Chargers. Obviously, getting a win against the Broncos was huge, but you're going to really want to get those games back. I mean, losing by only 1 point and losing by only 5 points does really suck. But yeah, I mean, they're definitely going to get their second tries there against the Chargers and the Chiefs, but they're going to want those back, definitely. Their next couple games are actually pretty easy. I mean, they're playing against the Texans, the Saints, and the Jaguars. Obviously, the Colts will be a tough game. And then the Broncos and the Seahawks should be pretty easy as well. But I think the Raiders need to win these. You can't lose the easy games in the season. You're going to want those back, just like that Chiefs one. You're going to want it back, because the Chiefs, I mean, it's going to, they're playing them in the last game of the season, so I'm not sure if they're going to have all their starters in, but it's still hard, because playing against the 49ers is also going to be a tough game. They've been playing good. So I think that Derekcarr, he needs to step up as well. Devanteadams, he's been playing extremely well. I did hear that he did get charged misdemeanor assault when he did push that photographer. So I doubt he's gonna miss any playing time. I think he'll be good to go. But that's obviously a shame. I know he apologized. I think it'll be fine. But still, I mean, I know he's frustrated. But I mean, you just can't like push someone. It doesn't matter how mad you are. You just can't push someone like out of anger. The Raiders defense has actually been playing pretty well so far in 2022. I mean, in each game they allow about 106 first downs, and then for total passing yards, they do allow 1,280, and then rushing yards 516. So super solid there. Sacks they do get 12 sacks per game. So yeah, their defense it's definitely improving a lot since last season. And defense, yeah, that's a big part of the NFL. I'm not gonna say they have one of the best in the NFL, but it's good enough to not allow too many points. Obviously, 30 against the Chiefs isn't good, but the Chiefs are a great offensive team, if not the best offensive team. So it's not horrible, but yeah, I mean, I think that this defense has stepped up a lot, and then obviously you're going to need the offense to get going a bit more. They've got their pieces there, their weapons. I did see that Darren Waller did get hurt. I hope he doesn't have to miss that much time. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to talk about in today's video. If you enjoyed, hit that like button and subscribe for more Raiders and NFL content. And I'm out of here. Peace.